Hi, I'm Kevin Rada with the Communications Department for the City of Fayetteville. Welcome to Facebook Live today. We've got with us today Mayor Nat Robertson, who's going to share with us some points about the upcoming storm that we've got coming our way. We've also got Scott Bullard, our Emergency Management Services Coordinator, that's going to talk about the storm and what we know right now. We've also got our fire and police representatives, the chiefs, on hand to share with you later today in a press conference, which will take place in about 30 minutes downstairs from here in City Hall, what's going on with the storm. So with that, Mayor, if I could just get you to share with us a little bit about the storm.
Thank you, Mr. Arata. A couple of things, just very briefly. Notice on the new website we do have the banner up top that if you click on the banner directly, it'll take you over to the severe weather center that we've got with updates and road closures and that kind of thing on there. You know, I've said it before when we were dealing with the flooding, just know before you go. Know where you're headed. Make sure those roads are clear before you start out on your journey. And never, ever drive through standing water. May need to go ahead and prepare, go to the grocery store, do what you need to do there. Make sure your car is filled up with gas. Just regular precautionary types of good common sense things. Also, when you get back home from the grocery store getting gas, don't park under any trees. Probably not a good idea. And don't park in low-level areas that may be prone to flooding. The other thing that often happens is people will get all their supplies, but if you lose power or businesses and banks are closed, you won't have access to money. So you may want a little bit of cash on hand. So, you know, do that. Make sure that everything is secure in your yard. Make sure your pets are taken care of. Make sure you have enough pet food on hand so all of your family members are taken care of. Know that we are here, that the first responders are here to help you. So dialing 911 is always an option. And we want to know anything that you may feel threatened over. As far as the weather is concerned or public safety is concerned. If you lose power, there's no need to call 911 unless it's a real power emergency. If that wire is flapping on the road or you know it's live or the wire is down, call 911, let us know that. If you lose power, we're already pretty much aware of it, or call the non-emergency PWC phone number. Also, if you're in a low-lying area and a first responder, a police officer, or a fire department personnel ask you to evacuate your home, get your belongings together and get out as quickly as you can. They are there for a reason, and they're serious about the ask. We want to make sure that the residents are serious and understand that request. So the only other thing I have to talk about is being a good neighbor. So check on your neighbors on each side of you or across the street and do them a favor as well. Get your rake out and make sure that storm drain is clear. So when the rains come, we'll be able to, that water runoff will be able to dissipate pretty quickly. And with that, I'll turn it over to our Emergency Management Director, Mr. Scott Bullard.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, Fayetteville, and greetings on behalf of the emergency response team that's assembled and working to somehow mitigate what Hurricane Matthew throws at us. I want to kind of reiterate some of the things the Mayor said. If you look at the banner behind me on the web page and go ahead and click on it if you have access to it, and just walk with me here through a little tour of it. We're striving to create a one-stop repository of any information that you might find that you need, and we want to make it timely. It will be dynamic. It will constantly change as we add to it. But also rest assured there will be certain information there that even touches some of the things the Mayor mentioned that will be helpful in a crisis to help you put together a kit, to help you put together a family communications plan, and make your individual households a lot more resilient. One of the things that you will notice that will refresh and reappear on this website will be the information handed down from National Weather Service out of Raleigh. And we'll get that queued up just for a second, just to show you what the slides look like. This is a customized product that the Raleigh Weather Forecast Office puts out for us. And this is the latest one behind me now that they put together to kind of keep us abreast of some of the things that are going on and things that are real important to consider at the moment. Be careful with the fact that everyone is kind of I guess, a little, I guess feeling well about the storm track changing and the consensus models tightening up a little bit, that doesn't diminish the fact that Matthew is very much a hurricane and still very dangerous, and the track could turn even though it looks like we've got a high pressure system steering it out. Just some brief comments about the slides they've got posted. If we can go to the timeline, that's probably the most important thing at the moment. Because what we know at this moment is we're going to have somewhere probably in the neighborhood, just keep scrolling up until we get to the timeline eras. One more. Here we are. It's important right now to kind of generalize the fact that we're looking at maybe as much as 3 inches of rain occurring from sometime when the light rain comes on Friday through the event ending on Sunday. The best feature that I would consider at the moment is light rain on Friday during the daytime and into the evening, and then heavy rain on Saturday. There'll also be some winds that will build up and come with that, and the latest we've heard is some of them could be as high as 35 to 40 in gust. The Weather Service put together this wonderful timeline to kind of give you an idea, with green meaning not too much of a hazard now, and then yellow communicating that there might be a little threat to life and property. And this gives you a little bit of a sense of how long this event is scheduled to go. In and around this event, there are other things happening. Don't forget, last week we had some record-setting flooding at certain spots in this city. Those areas are going to be particularly vulnerable and prone to additional flooding if we have 3 more inches of rain. We could have trees coming down, we could have trees that drag power lines down, trees that fall on houses. So we're asking you to please be vigilant. Please be looking to take care of your neighbors in your individual communities. And we have some strong neighborhood groups out there, especially in the community watch groups. Now's the time to look after one another and help us collectively make Fayetteville ready.
Thanks, Scott. We appreciate that, and thanks, Mayor, for taking the time. And again, we have our Assistant Police Chief and Fire Chief here as well, and they'll be downstairs with us shortly, where we're doing a press conference at about 3:30 down in the City Council chamber. So please join us there in about 20 minutes, and look for this on your news again tonight. And if you got any questions, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and make sure you post questions there if you got them of us, and we'd be happy to help answer those. Thank you very much.